Hello there. The Nissan Primera P12 has lots of handy little features, some of which might have escaped your attention as they're not immediately obvious. In fact, there are so many that this is the second video I've made on this subject. That's a lot of handy features. Oh, that one's particularly interesting. Welcome to Cars by TV. Here's a scenario. It's dark, it's raining, visibility is terrible. You now park the car, open the door and step into a puddle that's deeper than the Atlantic Ocean. Your shoes are soaked, but never fear, there are no such problems in a Nissan Primera. Note this puddle light at the bottom of the driver's door. It illuminates the puddles so you can step over them. There's another light on the passenger door. Excuse me, does passenger convenience actually matter? It's all about the driver, isn't it? No. Who knew? The Nissan Primera P12 is a family car, so the rear seats fold flat. Items too large for the boot can then extend into the passenger compartment. That's not unusual. However, in many cars, the belts get trapped as the seats fold flat. Now, brace yourself. Here's an example of this nightmare. Viewer discretion is advised. I know that was difficult to watch. Worse still, if the seatbelt buckle gets trapped about here, as is common, it can mark the upholstery if a lot of heavy luggage gets piled onto the back of the seat. The Primera solution is a clip close to each C-pillar that keeps the belts out of the way. What a relief. Okay, the Nissan Primera P12 has a mechanism that lets you open the tailgate if there's a malfunction. Perhaps, for example, the battery's flat. If so, fold the rear seats flat and crawl into the boot. Oh yes, this is comfortable. Really good for my back. Now look for the manual release mechanism on the inside of the tailgate. It's low down in the centre of this gap. This is what you're looking for. Note specifically the white plastic. That's a lever. So, insert a screwdriver into the lever, then slide it left. You can now push the tailgate open. Oh, my back really hurts. I need a chiropractor. Right, we mentioned earlier that the rear seats fold flat to make the boot bigger. Therefore, when you reposition them for passengers, they have to be locked securely in position. If not, safety is compromised. That is a bad thing. Let's therefore look at the back seat on the left. This is the button we press to fold it flat. Note the red sticker. If it's visible, the seat isn't locked in position. There's an equivalent sticker for the seat opposite. Traditionally, fitting a child seat to a car is even more hassle than raising the child itself. You therefore have to wrap a seatbelt around it in a baffling and convoluted manner. The Nissan Primera solves this problem. Why? Because unlike many cars, it has ISOFIX, which is the newer, safer, easier way to connect a child seat. However, it's not immediately obvious where to find it. Look then at the back left seat. Now note this label. It says ISOFIX. Next to the label is a slot that leads to a strong metal mounting point. There's a second slot over here that isn't labelled. Hooks on the back of the child seat go through these slots and connect to the mounts. And that's not all. ISOFIX is fitted to the rear right seat too. A lot of cars don't have this system at all, and of those that do, many only have it for one seat. And consider this. A child seat can have a strap that goes over the back of the car's rear seat and drops down into the boot. It then connects to an additional strong metal mount so the child seat is even more firmly held in position. The Nissan Primera has provision for this too. Look here in the right side of the boot for this label. It says top tether. Here, under the carpet, is a metal mount. If you want to use it, poke it through the hole in the carpet. There's another mount on the left side of the boot. These features mean that travelling with noisy, overexcited children has never been so easy, so there's no excuse to leave them at home. Thank you, Nissan. The Nissan Primera P12 has even more features that make life easier. Here's a quick summary. Look here at the bottom of the parcel shelf on this hatchback model. These black plastic mounts hold a warning triangle in case you get a puncture. Oh, now I really don't want to get a puncture. I've just bought 4 new tyres. You might want to bear in mind that I chose the Michelin Primacy 4 and so far I'm impressed. It suits the car. Furthermore, there's a pen holder in the glove box so you can write me a letter or send me a cheque. I don't mind either way. Finally, the armrest between the front seats slides forwards and backwards, which makes it easier to get comfortable. Nice! And that's it. That's tips and handy features for the Nissan Primera P12. As I said earlier, this is the second video on this subject, so by all means check out the first. I'll put a link in the description so it's easy to find. But before you go and watch that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content, ask any questions in the comments section, and do me a favour and click like on this video. Right, that's all for now. I wonder what else this car can do. No way!